What's up, guys? It's James from World Minus One Entertainment here, and the FA Cup final is 1 week away. So I thought to myself, the FA Cup is the oldest football tournament in the world, and this coming FA Cup final is the 142nd FA Cup tournament ever. 142. And this year's final is being contested by Manchester City and Manchester United. So it's going to be an absolutely incredible match. You can only guarantee that it's going to be incredible. So what I decided to do, I've gone on to FIFA 2005. Yes, FIFA 2005. And I'm going to simulate a match between Manchester City and Manchester United and see who will win the FA Cup. What will this predict? Now, obviously, you'll say to me, oh, it's unfair because United are going to be a much better team, which they are, and they've got 4.5 stars while City have only got 3.5. But football is a wonderful game. It's a funny old game. Reason being is because anything can happen, especially in the FA Cup, especially in football. Just end of. Arsenal becoming, invincible. Manchester City becoming Centurions. Wigan Athletic winning the FA Cup. Portsmouth winning the FA Cup. Millwall getting to the FA Cup final back in 2004 and losing 3-0 to Manchester United. Manchester United sneaking the FA Cup twice against Crystal Palace. United fans will disagree with me, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, we're going to use FIFA 2005 to simulate the final. Who's going to win? This is pre-billionaire Manchester City against, the indomitable, the immovable object that is Manchester United, even though at this period of time they were dealing with a reborn Chelsea thanks to Roman Abramovich's billions, and Arsenal, who had just gone the previous season undefeated. And you know what? If I get the chance, I'm going to select the teams. If not, it is what it is. Because I want to pick the teams that, I think are best. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So without further ado, let's see who's going to be winning the 142nd FA Cup final here on FIFA 2005. Well, as I said before, this is the 142nd FA Cup final between these two teams, and it is also the first time that the City of Manchester, the Manchester Derby, takes place in the FA Cup final. Let's have a look at these teams. My goodness. This could be a walk in the park for Manchester United, but I'm pretty sure Manchester City, you never know, they could still do something special. But this is football. I've got it in a big stadium. I couldn't find the Millennium Stadium or Wembley Stadium here on this, so I decided to go with oval style. But yes, we've got Anelka and Fowler up front for Manchester City. Obviously, we can't see who they are, but obviously we're just here to watch the football. As I said before, this is obviously before Manchester City went ahead and became billionaires. They ended up becoming billionaires about 4 years later, because this is 2004-2005 season. I think they became billionaires around about 2008 or 9, one of the two. But yeah, we're here watching this, and at the moment, Manchester United more on the attack, but City doing well to be able to snuff them out. They're not doing too badly. Obviously, Manchester City in real life have been able to just dominate the English leagues. They've only failed since they won their first Premier League in 2012. They have failed to win the Premier League 4 times. Because Manchester United won it in 2013, Leicester won it in 2016, Chelsea in 2017, and then Liverpool in 2020. So they've only failed to win it 4 times. 4. Oh, nearly had our first goal, which would have been a bit cheeky. But yeah, 4 times since they won their first one back in 2012. And that is a huge achievement. Huge achievement, Manchester United haven't won the title since 2013, but obviously have been able to win the odd trophy here or there. Manchester City, as I said before, have been incredibly dominant and will be going into their second Champions League final against Inter Milan. And I wish you luck, Manchester City. I do. I wish you luck. If it was any other English team in the final, I would be wishing them luck as well. You know? But at the moment, it seems like nothing, from what I've been seeing, hasn't really been much in this match. Is this what it's going to be like in the real FA Cup final, or Manchester City going to be going all-out attack, and would we see like a repeat of, say, like the 6-1 demolition we saw at the start of the season between City and United? Or will Eric Ten Hag be able to inspire them to lift their second trophy of the season and potentially stop Manchester City from performing the treble, winning the Premier League, FA Cup and Champions League? Can Manchester United do that in real life? We shall see. But at the moment, Manchester United holding on to it. They are, playing with it. And they haven't really been able to trouble the goalkeeper, which in this match will be David James. But in reality, it will be Edison. You know what I mean? FYI, if this does go into... if this is a draw, I am going to go straight into, say, like a extra time period, and if I can, maybe a penalty shootout, but obviously we want a definitive winner. That's what we want. I mean, I don't like penalty shootouts, for whether it's my team, Crystal Palace, or whether it's for England. I hate penalty shootouts, so seeing penalty shootouts as a neutral, like, obviously I'm fine with it, but we don't want it to get to that level. We want goals, we want excitement. That's what we want, and that is what the FA Cup needs to be. Just like when Manchester City demolished Watford 6-0 in that FA Cup final about 4 years ago. That was incredible. Everyone was like, oh, but it goes against, like, fair play and blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, just, this is the FA Cup. If Watford chose not to turn up, and Manchester City and Pep Guardiola just, they wanted to go all out, let them go all out. For crying out loud, I was screaming for, like, more. I was like, yeah, let's have more. But we've gone into half-time, and it is 0-0. Right, currently 0-0. Going into the second half, Manchester United need to wake up because they've not actually had an opportunity in this match. City are the only ones to have had something resembling an opportunity, and they might be able to get something from this. But whoever that was, I'm pretty sure that was a Nelka, should not have gone ahead and passed that back. Should have done something with it. But at the moment, they seem to be doing something. But obviously, the defence have been holding out strong, And again, these are the questions that need to be asked about the FA Cup final. Are Manchester United, going to be able to hold off that strong front line? Or is Ilkay Gundogan going to be able to... First proper opportunity for United, from Ruud van Nistelrooy there. In real life, now would have probably have been maybe Marcus Rashford, I reckon. Who knows? But, it is Gundogan going to be able to inspire them, to victory, because he's been one hell of a captain this season for Manchester City. And you know what? Fair play to Manchester City as well, coming back to win the Premier League. Let's be real here. They had been in those positions before, where there are certain amount of points behind with a number of games left, and they've just gone all out, and they've put the pressure on, done everything that they need to be able to win the title. And Arsenal, as good as they have been this season, incredible achievement this season, finishing second. They've done brilliant. Mikel Arteta has been an absolute revelation, but when everyone was like, oh yeah, it's a surefire thing, Arsenal are going to win their first Premier League in nearly 20 years, obviously it just wasn't meant to be. City, I hate to say it, Arsenal fans, but you kind of bottled it. You had depth, but just didn't go your way, did it? You know, just certain matches, it was over. You know, it should have done better in certain matches, basically. Like drawing 3-3 against Southampton, who were on course to get relegated. You know. Anyways, pay more attention to this between Manchester City and Manchester United. So far, still a little bit drab, not exactly anything special, exciting going on. You know, Manchester City having arguably, you know, the most, you know, dangerous playing at the moment. They're going in, but again, United defence sniffs it out. Who would probably be playing in the centre of the pitch in this, you know, in the centre-back roles for Manchester United, do you reckon, in real life? I think it should be, who is it now? Martinez and someone else. Definitely not Harry Maguire. Right, Danny Mills here has been booked. He'd be on the right side of the defence, so let's say that'd be Carl Walker. We've got Giggs and Van Nistelrooy standing over it, having a little discussion, maybe a little bit of an argument between them. Right, indirect free kick. They're looking for something in the middle. You know, can they get to it? No, defence held strong. Ooh, okay. Managed to get past it, but it's now gone out for a corner. Who's that? Is that Ronaldo? A young Cristiano Ronaldo before he ascended to godhood. You know, he only scored a few goals in his first couple of seasons for Manchester United because it was, you know, it was about 05-06 or 06-07 or something like that when he really started coming into his own and maturing into the world-class player that he was, you know? Well, not was, is, you know? And he's had an incredible career. And I'm not going to go into the debate, who's better, Ronaldo or Messi. You have your favourites and everything like that, you know? Who's the greatest of all time and everything. Look, it's a continuous argument. There's always going to be questions as to who's the greatest of all time. United on the attack. Can they steal it? No! Full time. Here we go. So, according to this would be going into extra time. So this is going to be a bit shorter, but both teams need to do something special if they're going to be lifting that FA Cup. But yes, yeah, the continuous debate, who's better, Messi or Ronaldo. Look, they're two completely different players with two completely different careers, two completely different mentalities and what have you. It just depends what you prefer and what have you. Some people still say that Pele is the best of all time. Some people will say other players are the greatest of all time. Alright? Let's be real here. You know, I would say it doesn't matter, but it's, you know, it is just who you prefer. What you think constitutes as who is the greatest of all time. You know, it's an ongoing debate. And let's put it this way. There'll be players that, you know, in the forthcoming future that will be able to match, you know, the level of Messi or Ronaldo. And then they'll get the comparisons. You know, are they the greatest of all time? Let's be real. You know, come on. Messi and Ronaldo are the greatest of their generation. End of. And the greatest for the upcoming generation will be Mbappe and Haaland. But still 0-0. Nothing really to shout home about. I mean, if it goes to extra time and potentially penalties in real life, like personally, I will be shocked. But Van Nistelrooy, he's on the run. He's got Rooney in front of him, but he decides to go back. You silly lemon. Let's put it this way: if in real life it goes this far without a goal, you know, then who knows? Who knows? What's your favourite? Actually, I haven't spoken much about the FA Cup, and I'm going to quickly get this in before it potentially goes to penalties. Rooney! Oof. United still on it. Goes out for a corner, though. That was a good header by Rooney. But, oh, that is Ronaldo. Yes, godhood Cristiano Ronaldo. But yes, what is your favourite FA Cup final of all time that you have watched, that you have witnessed live or watched on the telly? Like, oh, Almost. So close. I mean, like, I was there for the 2016 FA Cup final between Crystal Palace and Manchester United, and yes, as a Crystal Palace fan, I was upset that we did not lift that FA Cup, you know. I'll still remember that Jason Puncheon goal and the elation and everything that I felt knowing that for 3 minutes, yes, 3 whole minutes, Palace were going to be winning that FA Cup. Right, what's going on here? Okay, it's just a throw. I thought I heard full-time whistle. Is that a goal kick? Is that a corner? What's going on? Oh, it's a goal kick because it rebounded off Rooney's butt. Alright, here we go. 0-0 at the end of extra time. Damn, man. Well, after a 0-0 draw, we need to find out who is going to win the FA Cup. Will it be Manchester City or Manchester United? And it has gone to penalties. Who is stepping up first? It is Wayne Rooney from Manchester United going up against David James. What's he going to get out of this? Right. What's happening? Oh my goodness, and Rooney has gone ahead and skied it. Ooh. And that is Robbie Fowler. And he just puts it straight through the middle. Timmy Howard diving the wrong way. Okay, Ruud van Nistelrooy. He's up next. And it's saved by David James. Goodness, 2 for 2. Nicholas Anelka is now stepping up. Can Timmy Howard... Oh, and Tim Howard has brought it back. This could be important. Right, Giggs is up. Is he going to score? Yes, he is. Right, Manchester City. I love this. Quick fire. I think that's Sibierski. Is he going to score? Yes, he is. 2-1 to Manchester City. Right, up next. Paul Scholes. Gotta love Paul Scholes. Scholes. And he's made it 2-2, but it's getting a bit squeaky bum time now. Right, something big has to happen here. I can't see who that is. Oh, and he's missed it. He has missed it. It's 2-2. Oh my goodness. It's Roy Keane. And he scores, bulleting it. You can feel the passion inside of him. Manchester City. It's Richard Dunn. Oh no! He's missed it. And Manchester United win. Wow. Let's have a look at that last one. Great save there from Tim Howard. That was a great save. I'll tell you what. That shootout was exciting, and according to this, because I had to do a friendly match, you know, you're not going to see United go up the hallowed steps of Wembley and lift the FA Cup. But according to this, Manchester United are going to win the FA Cup 3-2 on penalties, right? After a 0-0 draw. Wow. Is that going to happen in real life? Who knows? That was thrilling penalty shootout. Bit of a meh game, you know, match itself. But the shootout, my goodness. Rooney missing, Van Nistelrooy missing, and then scoring 3 on the bounce with City scoring the first, you know. It looked like it was all thumbs up for City. You're going to be lifting the cup again. But next thing you know... it all goes wrong. Goodness me. Exciting shootout. But yeah. So anyway, that brings me to the end of this special FA Cup final video on FIFA 2005, simulating who's going to win. And according to this, like I said, after 90 minutes and extra time, it's going to be a 0-0 draw with Manchester United stopping Manchester City from winning the treble on penalties, 3-2, and Manchester United are going to lift the FA Cup. Do I think that's going to happen in real life? No. I actually think Manchester City are going to win. What score do I reckon they're going to win? I don't know. It depends what Manchester United turn up, defensively solid, or are they going to crumble like, you know, wet tissue paper? That's the question. But yes, I think in real life Manchester City are going to win it. Sorry, Sorry, Man United fans, don't at me, but I just think City will do it. I just do. But yeah, you know, you got to the final. That's the thing. You got to the final, and that's a great achievement. You've won a trophy, and that's also a great achievement. You know, it's still great. Anyway, that brings me to the end of this special FA Cup final video on FIFA 2005. So I want to say thank you for joining me. If you like the video, give it a like. Share the video, because more shares, more views, the more that channel continues to grow. Subscribe to 1-1 Entertainment. And if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to check out all of the other content that is currently available. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Also, drop us a comment below. You know, let's have a chat. What's your favourite FA Cup final of all time? Who do you think is going to win the FA Cup? You know? Do you think City are going to do the treble? Do you reckon United can stop them? You know? Is everything going to crumble for City, and are they going to blow the FA Cup and the Champions League? Or, you know, what do you think is going to happen? Yeah. You know, what's your favourite FA Cup final of all time? Have you been to an FA Cup final? You know? Let's have a chat. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me on this episode, on this very special FA Cup final episode, and I will see you next time. And I just want to say finally, good luck to both teams. Good luck to City. Good luck to United. If you're going, enjoy yourselves. If you're not going and you're watching at a pub, enjoy yourselves. Don't do anything stupid, you know. And yeah, just basically have fun and take it easy, everyone. I will see you next time. Take it easy.